Well, we got a project today. Welcome to Trucking with Fitz. Today's Saturday. What is today's date? The 21st? Or is it the 22nd? Something like that. 22nd. That is the truck we're currently driving. Rental truck from Ideal Lease. It's got an X15. It's really not a bad truck, but no fun. This is our truck. This is a 1998 Freightliner FLD with a 13 speed and a Cat 3406E. Today what we're going to be doing on this is we're going to be pulling the injectors. I think it's time to do that. For those of you guys who watch all my videos, you'll know that on Monday I'm going to be going back to Peru, Illinois to deliver the load that's in that trailer right now. And what I realized, a company that I've looked into before for look at taking care of injectors and such, is located in Peru. They have a branch in Peru, and it's called Midwest Fuel Injection, I believe. Let me double check that. What did we say it was? Midwest Fuel Injection, yep. It's part of a larger group of locations. I think the headquarters is in Bolingbrook, Illinois. Bolingbrook, I believe, does rebuilding of injection pumps, and I think injectors. I need to look at. Well, I'm going to show up at the Peru location, and I'm going to take them my injectors because they do testing in-house at all of their locations. So I'm going to drop them off there, and we're going to have them test them at least. And if I sort of want to have them tested because I want to know for sure that my injectors are the problem. Because if they're not the problem, then I got bigger issues. And she's just going to be sitting here anyway, so why not just pull it's not very difficult to pull injectors. Let's just pull the injectors, get them tested. If they come back as a problem, I think they can send them to their other location and rebuild them. So that is what the plan is right now. We're going to have them test them. Going to find out how much it's going to cost to get them rebuilt if they need it. I'm sure they do. And that's what we're going to do next. That's the next thing on the list that we're going to do with this truck. So yeah, what we're going to do today is just pull the injectors. It's really not that complicated. We'll pull the valve covers, and we will pull the rocker arm assembly, the jakes, all that stuff off. It's going to allow us to get to the injectors, of course, but also we can take a look at the camshaft and just put our eyes and feel it and make sure we don't have other issues there. I think while I have them out, or I might do it today, I might do it next weekend. I think I'm going to put the engine top dead center and check that timing and check the lash on that timing gear. Yes, we're going to do that too at some point in this process. Injectors, I've had a number of people tell me my injectors are going out, and that's what I have noticed myself. So we're going to get that done either way. I don't think these injectors have ever been replaced, except for number 5. I replaced number 5. So yeah, that's what we're working on today. First thing we got to do is we need to we need to clean up a spot here on the workbench because I'm a mess, and need to find a spot, clean up a spot, and get some the shop towels laid out so we have a good clean place to set the jakes and the rocker arms and all that assembly. So need to have a nice, clean, safe place for them so they don't get junk or rusted or any of that stuff. And in this little room here is going to be the perfect place for that. So got a little bit of cleaning to do, and then got a little bit of work to do. Okay. time to get to work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these valve covers back off and allow us to get in there. And somehow I got more dirt in here. Got a nice spot in the shop now to put these and to put what's underneath them. So you sit right there for a second. Get these off again. We'll take them back there as a group. I don't feel like climbing up and down over and over again. We'll do it once. Just once. I'll grab you in a second. Yeah! Okay. So we are... You see down on the engine bay? Yes, you can. Okay. I'm going to do cylinders number 1 and 2 with you guys, just because for fun. It's not like this is a complicated thing. Going back together is more complicated. You got specific torque sequences and torque amounts. You know what? Let's do this first. Let's pull these Jake wires off. I have to take the glove off here to use my finger. There we go. Pull those back out of the way. I'm going to pop off these bigger nuts first, just because I'm right here. Like that. We'll take them the rest of the way off and put them somewhere nice for now. I'm going to put them right back on those studs so that I don't lose them. And these guys, I could just take all these off right now, but no, we're just gonna do the one, just because you're here. Okay, where'd my... That was a 22. This is a half, so it could be a 13. I don't know all the crossovers, but I use metric most of the time. See if this comes off as... Nope. I couldn't remember what the torque spec was on that, so I will look up all these numbers before I put this back together. I'm gonna have to get a cheater bar. Not surprising. Hold on. I could just find half-inch socket for my half-inch impact, but I don't feel like it. Some things you just want to do by hand. I don't know why, but I feel like doing this by hand. Okay, that's the first one. All this is a number 14 socket and my 3/8 extension. That is enough of a cheater bar for what I'm doing today. Like I say, taking these off is not the technical thing. Putting everything back correctly is the more technical thing, which I will show you, but not until after I look up all my specs. Okay, yes, I can feel, yep, the springs are relaxing. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this by hand, is so that I can relax the springs slowly. All of the bolts here felt like they were the same tightness. That's good. Nothing is backed off. That's always helpful. Yep, see. It's loose. Yep. Okay, I think we have everything. Oh, no. Okay, now everything is loose. Okay, I'm gonna take off my gloves so I don't drop anything, because I'm good at dropping things. Okay, I'm gonna pull these bolts out. Make sure I take the washers out also. Put these over here in a safe position. Oh no! That really doesn't matter. I'm gonna still get it off without taking that bar off. I think. I think I can do that. We're about to find out. My plan is to pull the housing off, or pull the jakes off somewhat. And then once I can get everything at a different angle, I should be good. Because it's loose. Okay. Jakes off. There we go. All right. I'm gonna take these off, put them in the room. All right, let's pull the rocker arm assembly here. Don't think there are any other bolts. Remember, I've only done this one other time, guys, one other time. So I am not experienced. This is not a how-to video. This is my experience video, guys. So just reminding you that is what my skill level is. Not very high. All right. A little bit of suction on it. Whoops. Okay, this is why we're going slow and careful, so we don't lose anything. On each of the pads that ride on the valves and on the injector, there's a little bit of suction from the oil. So I'm going to release that suction first, because what just happened, it just picked. Okay, they're all off. Pull that out. See you in a minute. All right. Am I still recording? I am. So that's out. I can get to my injectors now. I also can take a look at my my cam, which is what I'm looking at now. I'm going to show you in a second. You guys still watching? Or you just see my face? Right next to my face. And just feeling the lobes. There is... Why don't you guys look? Visually, you can see where everything has been riding. But as I put my fingernail across it, I am not feeling anything. There's not a groove. Just slight discoloration because of where it's been riding. And I'm imagining when this engine was rebuilt, it was not replaced. But it's had a new head, so maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know the history very well of this engine. So, what we're gonna do next, should I do the injector next, or should I go with all the rocker arms? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a break. I'm gonna do cylinders 3 through 6, taking off the jakes and the rocker arm assemblies, and then we'll get back with you when I'm gonna pull the injector on it on cylinder number 1. Okay. Well, that was dumb. You see, remember me saying that I tend to drop things? Well, there goes something I dropped. Thankfully, it's in a spot I can easily get to. You can't make this stuff up. This is me being real. Oh, I didn't think that was going to fall off. All right, so as you can see, I held all the jakes out, rocker arms, all that fun stuff. All the bridges are still in place there. That looks, there we go. That's just a smudge. I'm not going to say lobes because it's not the right word. I can't see all the lobes. Like I can see that lobe, I can see this lobe, but I can't see the injector lobe. They all look like they have exactly the same wear. And I don't see any gouging or any of that, so I feel pretty good about that. I've already cracked loose all the injectors, so we're gonna finish that. That's what I was about to do when I dropped the socket. I'm gonna hold on to the socket now. Sound good? Oh, I forgot to get that. I forgot to get the socket for... I'll be back. I'll find that. Okay. Number 7. 7mm. That's what this is going to be. And there's no torque on them, basically. I forget what the actual number is. You really want to put them on with a screwdriver rather than with a wrench like this. I'm taking them off with a wrench. I am not going to put them back with a wrench because the last thing you want to do is get all these injectors back in here and then strip out the head. Strip out the head. Well, it's not the head that strips out. It's the strip the injector stud. That would be a bad day. So let's get all these as you're staring at my face. I'm just cracking them all loose here while I'm at it. And then I'm going to take and get my extension here. Put the socket on the extension. And spin them off. I believe the socket or the nut stays with this little piece here. So this is, I just dropped a socket a second ago, but this is not something you want to drop. Yeah. See how that is there? They got a little flange on it so they don't come out of that holder. These I need to put in a safe place because that is something that Wayne would drop very easily. So let's not. Sound good? As I drop something. This is my lot in life. Earlier today, me and my wife were, well, we were at church, but my son lost something. And my wife's like, how do you lose something you literally had for 2 seconds? And I was like, have you met his father? That'd be me, if anybody was wondering. I am the one that loses things very easily. Way too easily. So the next portion of this job, after getting this harness stuff off, is something you need a heel bar for. And I can't find mine. So I need to get this injector nut, or injector bolt, hold down bolt out. Now, something else that is technical and true that I actually know is you're not supposed to reuse these bolts. I am not planning on reusing the bolts. I reused the bolt when I replaced number 5 injector a year ago. I used the same one, but I'm not going to this time. You know what? I told you I was just going to do one. So I'm going to do just one. To pry this injector out of here is what you need the heel bar for. To get the hold down bolt out, obviously you don't need to do that. I'm just scatterbrained. So this is another reason why it's not going to be a how-to video. You got your bolt and you got your spacer. Why there's a spacer? I don't know why. I don't know. Who knows? Cat knows, I'm sure. Okay. A little gap underneath the fold down. I have a couple tools here I'm going to see if I can use. I have a seal puller. I'm going to try first, see if I can get it underneath. Then I got a... Yeah, I'll show you if I need it. Ugh. Okay, I got it underneath good. Here we go. Injector number 1. I don't remember if I recorded when I replaced that other injector, as I'm dripping out diesel. One thing you do need to do before you put this all back together, you don't want it hydrolocking. So you want to get some sort of suction tool down in there and pull all the fuel out. Okay. Either that O-ring down here is completely gone. I believe what, I think this is probably it here. Yeah, that's probably it right there. I might have been getting combustion gases back into there. Okay, what Adept Ape says is that this bottom seal O-ring actually burns up and turns into a carbon barrier, is what it is. It's not actually, it's normal for it to burn up. Okay, let's go. Okay. That was number 1. Okay, so we got everything out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that order. This is injector from number 1. If you guys are wondering, when I replaced injector number 5, I made sure that all my trim codes were up to date in the system. I had the guys over there at Nelson Fab make sure my trim codes were correct. So that was another comment someone made, and question is now answered, because, well, whoever watched that probably didn't watch the videos that I talked about when was that, a year ago? A little over a year ago? A little more, less than, I can't talk. Was it like March, April? I don't remember. Anyway, let's go pull the rest of those. Now you've seen me pull one of them, I don't need to make you watch the rest of them. Well, we got everything lined up here. This is the injector I've replaced. These are the injectors that are probably original. So number 6 probably was replaced too. So maybe these aren't original, I don't know. This is the one I replaced. And I know that the rest of these these 4 look similar. This one's slightly different. They're the same part number. I'm not saying they're actually different injectors. It's just, I would have obviously expected on a brand new engine, all the injectors would have the same housing. That's all I'm saying. So, I am not the only one that at some point has worked on these injectors, so. Let me, hold on a second. This is the O-ring kit. That this is from Cat. You get your red one, you get your blue one, you get your little blue one. Little blue one goes right on the tip. Every single one of these is burn up and broken. So I don't think that they probably broke on the way out. All of them are broken exactly the same way. This is what they look like now. Like Adeptate said, they just turn into a carbon barrier. Yeah. Just taking a look at them. I don't know if you can see anything on there. This is the newest one. Tip is the cleanest. Makes sense, huh? Yeah. Like I said, this was not a how-to video. Some of the things I say probably were helpful to somebody, maybe. I don't know. The only other thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go evacuate those cylinders and make sure that I clean up all the fuel. I'm thinking, I don't know if you guys remember that I did this or not, but I purchased this scope tool, and I might try to see if I can take a look down in the cylinders. I'm not going to show you that. I'll talk about that later. Probably talk about that tomorrow or Monday. But I might take a look. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to evacuate those cylinders, and that's going to be it for today. Working on this thing while I'm running this is so much less stressful. I'm gonna get this thing put back together and see if we can get it running good. Who knows, maybe I'll run it. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, guys. I have no idea if I'm gonna sell it or if I'm gonna run it or what I'm gonna do. Leaning towards selling it. But I don't want to sell it with an engine that's hurt. So yeah, we're gonna get the engine sorted out. If we sort out the vibration, the road speed, connected vibration, we sort it out. If we don't, we don't. that is, in my mind, is not as big of an issue as that yellow piece of metal running correctly. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna put the valve covers back on again so that I keep all the junk out of there, and that's after we evacuate the cylinders and possibly take a look in there. You know, I'm gonna come back later and close out the video, because if I find something, maybe I'll show it to you. Hey, I decided to come back and show you. Why not? Got my little pump hooked up. Small end goes into the cylinder. Big end is going to go into this jug here. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Because the jug is empty and it doesn't want to stay where I put it. Because the tube, as I bend you all over the place, maybe go through here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Because it's cold outside still, and nothing wants to work. Not sucking anything out of there. That's good. Oh yeah, there's a little bit coming through there. Okay. Let's try cylinder number 3. Yeah, you can see stuff coming out. That's good. That's good. It's doing its job. You can't see much going through the small tube. Let's see. Hard to do this one-handed, as you can probably imagine. Yep, some more. A lot got sucked out of that one. Okay, let's readjust all this stuff so I can get a little more. Okay. Hold on. That's not what I wanted. Okay, now we'll keep going. Okay, one more. This one is significantly lower on stroke. Look at the bottom. Okay. What all did we get out of here? Turn this thing off. Didn't get very much. What we got out? We got a little bit. Mixed with that's gross. It was in the cylinder, so it makes sense. It's got carbon in it. That's why. All right, cylinders are evacuated. Now I'm going to try to put the scope in there. Well, I tried to scope it and I couldn't see anything, so that was inconclusive. I wasn't expecting to find anything in there anyway. She runs good when she runs. I don't have anything else to say, guys. I just wanted to say goodbye. Glad we got those injectors done, pulled out. I shouldn't say done. Glad we got them pulled out. Like I say, we're gonna take them in on Monday, and hopefully we get some answers. Yeah, if they're bad, I'm gonna have answers. These guys are professionals, so we're gonna know one way or the other. whether or not injectors are the problem. This is the thing. Let me just say this. I am not afraid to do basically anything on this motor. I'm not afraid to do it. The problem is making the correct diagnosis. Like, if I gotta replace this head, I'll do it myself. I don't care. I'll figure out how to do it. I'm not saying I'm knowledgeable. I'm not saying I'm a mechanic. I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm saying I'm willing to make it happen. So there's that. I'm willing to do it. I'm not scared to do it. What I'm scared of is doing it and it not being the problem. So I'm not saying that I need a head. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just that was just throwing that. I'll rebuild this motor myself. I don't care. If I have time and I have money, I'll do it myself. But I wish I knew exactly. So we're gonna get these injectors taken a look at. If perchance they're not bad, if the injectors are not bad, then I know I have other issues, timing issues, maybe issues with the injector cups or the seats, maybe something to do with that. Like I said, the timing. Maybe my timing's off. Maybe I have too much play. Maybe, yeah. There's other things it could be, but I won't know until I start doing the correct diagnosis. Having them test injectors isn't going to cost very much money, and it didn't take me much time, and it's not going to cost me much money to put them back together. I'm going to get new hold down bolts, and I'm going to get new O-rings, but that's minimal compared to just replacing the injectors. You know what I'm saying? Injectors from Cat are before, they were like $800-900 by themselves, and then you have a core charge. Usually, obviously, I have my cores, but injectors from Cat are expensive. I don't really want to just throw parts at it, is what I'm saying. So getting this tested should give me a better picture by using professionals, but not actually taking the truck to the shop. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting the professionals to look at it without actually dragging it to the shop. So we're doing two things. That's what we're doing. And now I'm rambling, so I'm going to shut up. Thanks for watching today, guys. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. We'll see you in the next one.